Welcome to Ask and Learn.
Hi, let's solve the given problem. In this problem, we have to find out the value of this z. So we have to find out this value of z when we have to given the value of this v naught as 4 angle 0. This v naught is 4 angle 0, and we have to find out the value of this z. Okay, so let's solve this problem. So we can solve this problem with the help of KVL. So let's suppose this is our first loop and the loop current is I1. So let's suppose this is our loop current I1 and this is our first loop. And this is our second loop and the loop current is I2. So let's apply KVL one by one. So I am just writing the equation of KVL, the loop number 1 and the loop number 2 respectively. So the equation for loop 1 can be written as, I am starting the let's go the diagram again. So I am starting the loop from here and go in this way. Go in this way as the current is flowing in this direction. So let's write the equation first and then proceed further. So the equation of the loop number 1 will become as minus 20 angle minus 90 degrees, as this is our voltage source. This will come first, and then the second element is this resistance. Second element is this resistance. So let's write it also in our equation. So this will become 12 into the flowing current in the resistance is I1. So this will become 12 into I1. And this, if you look at this capacitor, look at the capacitor, we have two currents. I1 is going in this direction. I2 will going to the upward direction. So we have to give the preference of this loop current, which is a downward direction. So this will become as minus 4j into I1 minus I2, which is equal to 0. So this is our first equation. So if we simplify it little bit, simplify, so this will become, as this is 90 degrees, so we can directly write it as j for 90 degrees. So minus 1 will become outside. So this will become 20j plus 12I1 minus 4j I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. So let's suppose this is our first equation. Now let's proceed to further. So if you we are going to the loop number 2. Loop number 2. So let's write the equation for loop number 2. So the equation for loop 2 is given over here. The equation for the loop 2 is minus 4j. I am starting the equation of this loop, let's suppose from here. Okay, so the first element will be minus 4j. So the current flowing in the minus 4j is again downward and upward. So we will give the preference for the upward one current, because the loop current is I2. So we'll give the preference for the direction of the I2. So this will become minus 4j I2 minus I1, then Z into I2, because the current in the next element is this Z, and the current in the Z is I2. So this will become Z I2, and the last one is 8J into I2, which is equal to 0. So let's suppose this is our second equation. So if you analyze both the equations, what we will find is we have three variables, I1, I2 and this Z, and we have only two equations. So we can't get any solution with the help of these two equations. We need one more equation. So for one more equation, if you look at carefully over here, we have the value of V naught, and V naught can be written as this 8j into this current flowing through V naught is I2. This will become I2, because we know the formula of V is equal to I into Z, where Z is the impedance, right? Impedance. So here only resistance. This is the inductance. So we have the value of this inductance 8j. So here in impedance and inductance both are same. So the value of V naught is given over here, that is 4 angle 0, and we can write it as 8J as 8 angle 90, because I already said that J means angle 90, and this is our I2. So we can get the value of I2 from here. The value of I2 will be 0.5 angle minus 90 degrees. So this is our value of I2. Now we have two equations and two variables. We can easily solve both of them and get the value of remaining two variables. So let's proceed further for the calculation of equation 1 and equation 2. So let's just put the value of I2 in the equation number 1. So what I am going to do is I am just putting the value of I2, putting I2 in equation 1. So let's just put the value of I2 and proceed further. So now what I will get if I put the value of I2, I will get this equation number 1 as 20J plus 12I1 minus 4J I1 plus 4J into value of I2, that is 0.5 angle minus 90 degrees. So what I get it 0.5 minus angle 90 degrees, which will be equal to 0. So if you solve this equation, just simple calculations are there. You will get the value of I1 is 1.59 angle minus 77.28. Or if you convert it into rectangular form, you will get the value of I1 is 0.35 minus 1.35 J. Conversion of polar to rectangular or rectangular to polar are very much easy. You can use scientific calculator and get these values very easily, right? So we get the value of I1 and I2. Now what we have to do is we have to use the value of I1 and I2 in this equation number 2, and we will get the value of Z from here. So just put the values of I1 and I2 in this equation, and we will get the final answer. So what I am doing is I am just putting the value of values of I1 and I2 in equation 2, right? So I'm just putting those values. So let's put the values one by one. So now what we will get is minus 4J into minus 0.5J minus of 0.35 minus 1.55 into J plus Z into minus of 0.5J plus 8J into minus of 0.5J is equal to 0. So now this again the calculations are coming over here. I'm just writing the direct answer. You can easily calculate it because these are simple calculations. I don't want to waste your time over here. So finally what you will get is the value of Z. You will calculate easily. Just calculate and find the value of J. So the J will become 8.2 plus 1.4 J upon 0.5 J, right? So these are in the rectangular form, and for division it is very much essential, or I can say it is very much easy if you convert them into the polar form. So I am just converting these two terms to the polar form for the sake of easiness, right? So I have converted both of them. So these will become 8.32. Just you can use scientific calculator and get the values. Don't worry for the calculations. So these will become 9.69 upon 0.5 angle 90. Now what you have to do is you have to divide this 8.32 by 0.5 and then subtract 90 degrees from these angles. Okay, so you will get the value of your final z. So I am just writing the final z. Final z will be 16.64 angle 9.69 minus 90 degrees. So you will finally get the value of z is 16.64 angle minus 80.3, right? So this is our final answer. Thank you.